what's up Saturday night? How's it going out there? Oh, man. What a day so far. A lot of people hanging out. Great to see everybody. Lisa, how you doing tonight? She says she'll be listening. Gotta take them dogs out. I know. Stargazer, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Jake Koenig in the house. How you doing, Jake? Stardust is here. Durail, happy Saturday, buddy. How you doing today? He said Alabama beat South Carolina. Oh, man. Steve in the house. How you doing, Steve? Great to see you. Sue Truitt, happy Saturday to you. She said, hey, everyone, what's up tonight? Besides some great guitar playing. Thank you, Sue. Great to see you tonight. Ju G's in the house. She said, Rick, great to see you. It's good to see you, too. Hope you're feeling better. Hope you're feeling better now. I don't know how that goes. Hey, Sue. I've been sick in a while, like real sick. Maybe my nose will keep running like all day or something like that, but never like full blown like super duper sick. I haven't been that way in a while, but I've gotten some like minor stuff here and there. Reference frame announced. What's up, Reference? Good to see you, buddy. Stargazer, there you are, bud. Darrell says, don't forget to hit that like button. That's right. We got a lot. I got a lot planned. Mostly. I randomly just pulled a bunch of different tunes out, and we're gonna play all those up till we get to the new song of the week, which is totally different from the last song of the week. Very different, very different. And I'll tell you the story when we get to that point. But let's see what we got here. I got some other tune listed, and we'll give it a try. All right, here we go. That ain't the right song. What did I write down? Or did I write that? No, that ain't right. I thought I had written down. I'm not playing that song. Or am I playing that song? All right, screw it. I'm going to play that song. Forgive me, everybody. I have no idea what I'm doing tonight. As usual on a Saturday, have no clue. Let's try it again. was the right song. It just started weird for me. I wrote that down. It started different than I expected. Let's say that. But then it turned out to be the right song. So that's how we go. That's how we go around here. But thank you for my mistake. You know, I have no excuse. Oh, and thank you, Derail. Thank you so much, buddy. Let's. I gotta go back up a little bit. There's more comments than I expected. And Darrell said he is doing good, so we love to hear that. Sutra says, so everyone knows Oscar got to come on Monday. That's great to hear. We love to hear things like that. So everyone's back and happy. Gotta love that. Stargazer said he drinks some body armor right now. Dehydrated and cramping bad past few days. I never had that body armor stuff. Was it? It's just like Gatorade or vitamin water, right? I'll never try it. I've seen it. Juji said medicine is doing its thing. Yeah, true that. You gotta have that medicine. Darrell knows this changing weather can get you sick. That's just true, man. And that's what happened to me quite a bit. When it's so hot here all the time, and then out of nowhere it'll be snap cold. And that guy can mess you up. And Darrell knows his stuff with that. That's for sure. Let's Steve says, for some reason, when I try to double tap, it goes forward 10 seconds. Oh, man, watch out. Maybe, are you on mobile or on your, if you're on mobile, then just click the dots up in the corner, and then it'll give you the thumbs up like button there, bud. Sue says, it's much better when meds that are supposed to help actually do that. That's true. That's true. Lisa's still dealing with them dogs. No problem. All right, Steve said he's going to be right back. No worries, no worries. Sue says Rick is on fire. Thank you, Sue. I'm pretty lethargic. I don't know. We had a really, really big lunch, so I'm always messed up on Saturdays because I usually just sit around all day. I don't do much of anything. But I'm feeling good otherwise. Nashi Ket, what's up, buddy? Good to see you there. CMM in the house. How you doing, bud? Good to see you tonight. Let's see. Thank you, Nashi Ket. Wow, our first troll. Oh, our first troll in like months on Saturday. Wow. How did you sneak? How did the brain rot sneak over into the horizontals, man? Wow, that's funny. But hey, I could play drums. Why don't you go buy me a drum set, digital butthole? Anyway, it's a HD in the house. What's up, bro? Good to see you tonight, man. Stony Tony says, "Dang, there you go, brother." All right, we're gonna keep it moving tonight. Well, I'll read these comments and we're gonna keep going. 0510. All right, this one's a fast one if I remember correctly. So be careful. This one's too fast. This one's 210, I think. 210 BPM, I think this. So it's gonna be wild. song there. There's nothing. But something to really get the blood pumping, that's for sure. That's for sure. Alright, let's see. Kurt Fox, thanks so much, bro. Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Starter to say he feels sorry for Jamaica, me being a victim of Helene's. I have to, man. Hurricane. If you live in like a country that's not, has an infrastructure like our country here, United States. We've been hit through several hurricanes the last couple of years, and we've lost power. But we got somewhere to go, or whatever. We got things to charge our stuff. But man, a place like that, or a place that doesn't have infrastructure like this, man, you're messed. You're screwed, man, for sure. I feel that. Nasty Kid, thank you, Juji HD, appreciate you, brother. Nasty Kid's like, oof. Chris Liggett in the house, what's up, buddy? He says, okay, I'm here, relax, jeez. Good to see you, buddy. Sue said, gory stuff and some crazy thrown in. You know how that is. Thank you, reference. Laurel in the house says, hey, y'all, I'm here painting my guitar. Here you go. Chris Liggett, thank you, buddy. Thanks, Laurel. Oh, shoot. Michael Fairman, you know about the show called From? That's one of our favorite shows, man. Nashi Kid said he called this a warm-up. I know. That's a hot up right there. HD said this song has a certain rush of adrenaline feel to it. I like the first time you felt up them. There you go, dude. There you go, Laura. And if Laurel's been asking in the Discord about songwriting instructions, I'm thinking if we got some time, you pick a song of mine, and I'll pull it up and I'll break it down for you. I'll show you how I wrote it. If anyone's interested, let me know. Rosana, buena noche, good to see you there. Sue says From, huh? I'll have to check it out. Yeah, it's great. It's a interesting. It's like from the makers of or from the producers of Lost. So but it's got a kind of a horror, vibe to it, a little bit. It's not scary, but it's got some things. But it's an interesting story, and they're definitely stringing us along. It's one of those ones. It's like there's many questions, but not a lot of answers. Then you get all the way to the end, and it's like here's a couple answers. But now we got more questions. So it's like, oh, man. But the acting's really good. A lot of great characters in it. So it's a fun to watch. She said, I should stay quiet. Nah, brother. Sue said, I used to live in Houston. We had a weights maker. Oh, I know, right? I've been here in Florida since 1993, and I've seen pretty much every single one since then. Michael says, no, I haven't seen it, Rick, but Star's got me interested. Yeah, for sure. It's on MGM Plus. If your cable company probably give it to you, a subscription to it. Chris says, none of the storms here for us in Ohio. That's true. You don't have too much to worry about. Except maybe you get probably, not hurricanes, but tornadoes probably out in Idaho, if anything. All right, this guy named Jay Coney, he says Saturdays are too chill. Come on, play something. I'm quitting, throwing out my guitar. Can you shred, bro? Do you know any chords? And play some John Mayer. Ban this guy, yo. Mods, hello. What's up, Jake? How you doing, brother? Nashi Kit says he votes for a Until the Bitter End breakdown. Okay. I got that. We got you. Stargazer says, Ricky, you seen the video that Troy Statina trying out a Chinese guitar? It costs $170. It has a Floyd Rose terminal. It's called a Mincing. Huh. I haven't heard the name Troy Statina in like 30 years, man. I'll have to go look that up, dude. Yeah, he was a killer player back in the day. I think I had one of his like, kind of like instructional tapes or something. I had something from him. A book, maybe? That was a long time ago. Laura said, yes, please. I was just asked about you. I asked about that. Could you explain how you came up with the song to the background track of Judy? I don't know. Juji put that together, so I have no clue. Juji would have to tell you about that one. Juji needs to start her own live and explain that. But no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how she did that one. But I will. Nashi Ket's out Until the Bitter End. That's a good one to try for sure. That's a very complex song, so we can go through that. Michael said, I like the stuff that makes you wonder. Wait, yeah, that's it, man. From is it. From is definitely that show. That is definitely that show. I like it. We love it, man. It's fun to watch. Judy said, "Oh no, don't say that." I know. Stargazer says it's one of Troy's newest videos. I'll have to go look him up, man. I haven't, like I said, I haven't heard that name in years, man, like a long time. But I do remember Troy Statina. He was pretty known back in like the 80s or late 80s and stuff. All right, we'll semi-slow it down. I haven't played this song in forever. Hopefully I remember it. Let me think. I think, yeah, let's try it out. long time since I played that one. Yeah, it's called Pages Left Unturned, if you were curious. Let's see after that. Okay, we're gonna do something weird after this. I haven't played this one. I've been looking for songs I just haven't played in like months or even years. So be prepared for weird stuff tonight. Some craziness for sure. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, I forgot where I left off. Laura said, "No, I mean how you played over it." Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I can try and remember how I did it. I don't know. I was just improvising, you know. I just figured out the key really quickly. It was only one key, and yeah, just started, you know, connecting the skates, connecting the dots a little bit. That's all. Chris, there you go. Stargate say, "Yeah, you got a lot of instructions." Yeah, I remember that. Erica Alvarez, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Nashi Kiss feeling that. Rosanna says, "Rick, my friend, you play amazingly, and I really like it. You're really cool." Obrigado, Rosanna. Thank you. HD's feeling the fire there, and he said the melody too. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Juji. Sue Truitt feeling that song. She said, "Great song." Thank you, Sue. That's an old song, too. I wrote that song a long time ago, actually. Very long time ago. Reference Frame said, that song got some depth to it. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I don't know why I wrote it, but it was something I wrote. I probably wrote that in, God, the late 90s or something, probably. Thank you, Nashi K. said, "This is the definition of shredding with feel." There you go, buddy. Chris Liggett, thank you. Nashi Ket, thank you. Laurel's feeling. She said, "Get it, Rick." There you go. DOA, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Thank you, Juji. Nashi Ket. Chris Liggett, thank you, buddy. Sue says, "Standing ovation." There you go. Ms. Rosanna says, "Rick, hearing you play is the best. I love it. That's amazing. Thank you. Laurel said, "Yes, please. That'd be lovely. I still would appreciate a breakdown to the breakdowns, especially because I'm an acoustic bass." True that. She said, "Breakdown of those breakdowns." Holy cow. I meant breakdowns of those improvs. Okay. Now, to be honest, I don't even remember what I played, to be honest. You know, it's a special thing that we're doing. It's like Juji gives me a track. I try not to listen to it until I practically am importing it into my DAW here. So it's like a surprise to me, and I like that. I like it. It keeps me on my toes a little bit. But yeah, we'll see what we can figure out. It's this, yeah, HD. It's the same person. Still Ellie on Discord, but now Laurel on YouTube. You have that ability to change your name. But I think Laurel said that they're trying to, you know, have a little more professional vibe on YouTube. So, which is fine. You should, if you're gonna do music, have a name of some sort and make it semi-professional at least. And I think it'd be all right. Much better that way. All right, well, get ready to freak out on this one. You know, y'all know Chaotic Calm, right? Well, this is another song from that generation of songs that I wrote. And this one doesn't have a name. I don't even know. I think I played through it for a minute. We're back to the black metal craziness on this one. Let's see if I remember it. We'll give it a shot. Okay, I haven't played that in a long time. Interesting song though. Could use probably a little touch up here and there, but hey, it's something. I don't know. I'm playing kind of whatever tonight. No plans, no plans. But I hope you enjoyed that one. It was kind of wild and crazy. I had to remember that lick for the riff or whatever for a minute. Could remember that. All right, let's see. Reference said, "This sounds wonderful." We'll go to subscribe. There you go. There you go. Yeah, make sure you're subscribed to Laurel. They said they're going to be doing some lives pretty soon, so that's awesome. Nashi Cat was ready for that one. Juji's like, yes. it's a wild song right there. Rosanna Obrigado. Laurel said, hell yeah, what is this blessing my ears? I know, that's a crazy one. Thank you, Laurel. Nashi Cat's feeling the fire there, so Juji's feeling it. Laurel said, tell him, Rick. Heck yeah. Thank you, HD. Reference, Chris, thank you. Laurel's got the mind blown there. Thank you, Lisa. Now she cat's like, that's just amazing. Thank you, buddy. Sue True is mind blown out. That's crazy. Laurel said, what is this song called? It's my new theme song. It is called, right now it's called Metal 2. Metal 2. I don't know. And I've told the story before, but a long time ago, in probably 98 or 99, one of my real good friends named Chris was a black metal singer in a band called Black Witchery, with a couple other of my friends, and we were just hanging out one day, drinking and smoking, whatever, and he's like, do you ever try and write some black metal tunes? I'm like, no. I was like, maybe I could write some black metal neoclassical songs. He's like, do it. So I sat down and started writing all these songs, and then he started singing over them, and it's just for fun. But the tunes came out pretty good. So, and I unearthed them whiles ago. So that's how Canada Calm became a song. DOA, thanks, buddy. G said straight freaking fire. There you go. It's John in the house, just dropping in to show my support. Thank you, John. He said Saturday, this football is on blast. There you go. Probably explains the minimal attendance thing. It's always like this, John. YouTube doesn't promote these type of live streams, so it's pretty much bring your own audience, man. No worries. Nashi Kid, thank you. Laurel says, that's crazy. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Reference. HG said, shred my face off. That's expected, but you just shredded my balls off, too. For added measure. There you go. DOA said he just got his BC Rich tuned like your guitar, and I'm liking it. Nice, dude. That's fun. I've been tuned to standard D since probably 1990, I think it was, when I started doing it. It was a long time ago. Laurel said Metal 2. How simple. And Nashi Ked says Metal 2, the sequel to Metal 1. It's true. I swear. That's what Chaotic.com was called, Metal 1. And then there's actually a Metal 3. I'll give you a taste of it if you want. Laurel said, "Where's Metal 1?" Yeah, Metal 1 was actually is now Chaotic.com. There's Metal 2, and there's actually a Metal 3. Michael said, "You can't kill the metal will low." That's true, brother. Reverend said, "The prequel to the critically acclaimed Metal 3." Exactly. And now she gets Metal 2, the return of the son of metal. I like that. That's funny. Here's a taste of Metal 3. I don't even know how this goes, but check this out. This does have a really part though. Let me find this part. That's like probably one of the coolest parts, that piano thing. But that's Metal 3. If I ever get around to like, figuring out what to play over that. But there you go. There you go. Judy said, I need more of this in my life. There you go. Thanks, Laurel. Nashika, there you go. Reverend said, Metal 3 go crazy hard. Yeah, it's a wild one. I gotta work on that one. Chris Liggett said, you like it? All right. I'll have to go back and listen to that. Juji said, oh yeah, the uncle's return of metal needs to go through pop-off. True that. HD said, this Metal 3 shall be delicious. There you go, buddy. Thank you, Lisa. Laurel, thank you so much. Yeah, I have to go back and listen to that one. I may have played that like once or twice in my day. We'll give it a shot, though, at some point here. I forget. Laurel says, please play that song. Which one's that? That song there? I don't know what to play over it, honestly. I remember trying it a long time ago, and I might have played something. I don't remember. This one, I haven't played this one in a long time either. And this is one of Stardust's favorite songs. Hashtag S for sarcasm. She always makes fun of this song. But I haven't played it. It's a cool song. It's got some cool beats in it. All right, let's see. All right, check this out. This is called Loop 12. Whatever that was. go. That's an old classic there. That's a real old thing I found in the old archives way back when. That's an interesting one though. Fun to play over though. Really just a jam track if anything, I'd say. Thanks, Laurel. Appreciate that. Now she kids are loving today's playlist. Thanks, buddy. Like I said, I started pulling everything that's like I haven't played that in a long time. I haven't played that in a long time. Just some old stuff I haven't played in forever. Donald James announced, "Hey guys, hey Rick, what's up? I'm on my way home, but I'm blasting ring music through my brother's car stereo. That's what's up, brother. Good to go. I appreciate you, bro. Drive safe as well." Laurel said, "This is beautiful. Thank you, Laurel." Sue Trude said, "For sure, everyone's been amazing. Absolutely. I love the community we have is the greatest. It really is. So many great people here, and that's what's awesome about it." Thank you, Nasha Cat. HD said, "It's time for my favorite request for this community. Hey, Rick, can you play that song you played like 3 weeks ago that I don't know the name of?" I could try. Was it a new song of the week or something? I have to remember. You know, I'll play anything. Donald James said, "Hey guys, I'm good. As soon as I get home, I'm going to grab my guitar. I'm going to play along." That's what's up, Donald. Judy said, "I can see why Stardust likes it a little bit." No, she I think she likes it, but the melody thing, she always calls this a, she calls that shaving a haircut. It's like, shaving a haircut, 2 bits, shaving a haircut, don't quit, or something. I think those are her lyrics for it, which is totally fine by me. Which I always laugh at, because I make fun of my own songs too. I make up lyrics to my own songs that y'all probably never know. Laura said, "Sound like the guitar spoke just now, more often than usual." Nice, thank you. John said, "Long before I reached the shoreline, I was swimming against the tide. Took me forever, but I finally survived. Now I'm standing in the great spirits. How does it ever come?" Yeah, there you go, brother. Nashi Ket's feeling it. Give me a dragon to slay. There you go. There you go. Michael got the dragon ready for Nashi Ket there. He said, Nashi Ket said, "Very nice tune." Thank you, buddy. It's an old one. Son of a Gun says, "Judas Priest, the song Turbo. Do you know how he makes the machine gun sound?" Yeah, it was like that was the year that they started using synths and stuff. It was from a synth, a guitar synth sound, Roland guitar synth, I believe. Yeah, Glenn had that Roland MIDI pickup, and he could play, through a little Roland MIDI box. And they were doing all kinds of goofy stuff with that, man. But that's not a real guitar sound, no. Donald James said his brother liked that song. Nice, dude. Sue said she loved the tone I get from the Jackson. Thank you. These pickups are nice. I mean, if I ever become rich and famous or whatever, I'll give these. I'll pull one of these out for Seymour Duncan and go, just recreate these pickups. Seymour Duncan, recreate these pickups. That's all we gotta do. Social Death from Ecuador. Good to see you, buddy. How you doing tonight? Thank you so much. DOA says, do you ever set up an effects box panel? No, I never got into pedals. The Rat gear was so much better than pedals, so I always use Rat gear. I had pedals when I was a kid, like 15, 16 years old, 'cause I didn't know any better. And then when I got money, I started getting Rat gear, and Rat gear is way, way better. And the only thing I had was like a MIDI pedal that everything was connected together, and I could literally have all different channels of different like effects going on and stuff, so I could just click a button on the pedal. But it wasn't anything like, like a Boss overdrive pedal or something weird like that. It was just a MIDI pedal that I could switch channels. Don says, "My brother Dean says you should be on American Idol." Nice, dude. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Chris, there you go. Star says, "Once you hear it, it sticks." It does. Nashi Kid says he can't hear it now. Can't unhear it, yeah. Shaving a haircut, 2 bits. Shaving a haircut, don't quit. Or whatever. Nashi Kid says, "We need a Rick vocal version." I could probably put something funny together. John talking about Nostradamus from, that's a good album, man. That's probably one of their better albums after Painkiller. Starts, okay. Dio said, "Let's hear your elephant sound." I don't know if I got that one, man. I never figured out how Eddie did it. He played some specific notes. what notes he actually played. Laurel says shaving a haircut. Here you go. Chuck in there says, are you on, or did they change the setup? Yeah, no, I'm here. Yeah, no, this is how we do it on Saturdays. We do the vertical stream. This is just a more chill day for me, and then I take this video here. I will edit it, and then a lot of my shorts for the week will appear from these clips that I make from these videos, these live videos on the weekend. I get a much better quality. I have a much better quality camera, so I can get my videos done, and the sound's better too. What's next here? I gotta remember how to play this one. How'd this one go? This one for Najiket and Juji, some harpsichord club. Oh yeah, okay, I got it. All right, we'll try this one. I think I remember this one. harpsichord club right there, y'all. It's an old. That's I want. I actually redid that recently, so it sounds a little better than it ever has. So that's cool. It's a fun jam to play. Oh, we got a lot of comments. I gotta catch up. DOA said, if you had to write a lick for the Joker from Batman, what would it be? I don't know, man. That's interesting. That's wild. I have to think about that one, man. I don't know. It would probably be something whimsical, yet evil. I don't know. HC said he's high as up. Yeah, he's up. There you go, man. John said, check out Niviane from California. There you go. Laurel's feeling that. Nashiket, there you go, buddy. Nashiket knows harpsichord gang. Okay, HC part of the club too. That's right. Harpsichord or die. That's right. Nashiket feeling the fire. Michael, much love to you, brother. Absolutely, my man. Juji, there you go. There you go. Laurel like the harpsichord there. That's right. That's right. And HD coined the harpsichord. That's right. Reference, I love your harpsichord songs. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. And Juji said, I do the harpsichord. That's what's up. Nasha Cat feeling it. Nurse in the house. How you doing tonight? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Chuck Mendee's feeling it. Thank you, brother. HC said, I got my food all wiggled up properly and I can harpsichord all night. There you go. Donald James says, hey, my brother wants to know if you have enough time to play some English. Yeah, sure, bro. Yeah, Juji, the stuff that I come up with is off the charts sometimes, because when we like leave to go somewhere, we'll put some music on for the puppy on YouTube, and it's a lot of piano stuff, and I'll just start making some off the wall stuff. Like Stardust will like roll her eyes to the max at some of the stuff that I come up with these songs. Laurel says, the Rick songs feel your harpsichording harder. There you go. Now she can. There you go, buddy. Laurel's like, holy cow, get it. That's a fun one there. Sue felt that was another great song. Thank you, Sue. HC's rocking that one. Now she can. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Laurel. Michael said, that makes me want to watch Scooby-Doo meets Batman and Robin, right? There's really a Scooby-Doo meets Kiss or something like that. I saw that a while ago. Steve, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Stardust, yeah, see, that's the roll. That's the eye roll right there. Today I tried not to do it, you know. She's like, you didn't turn the video on. I was like, I didn't want to sing any. I don't want to sing any. And then she turns on, I start singing immediately. As soon as it turns on, I start singing immediately. Chuck says, the only thing from Journey? Not really. Maybe what's a... Great song. That's probably one I know. I remember playing that. I was like, when I first got my amp, when I first got a guitar and an amp, I took it over to my friend who played drums, and we played. That's all we knew was Separate Ways. I played it constantly. There you go, John. Seven Sign. That's a great tune right there. Don said he'd been practicing Blood Tsunami lately. I'm trying to see what I can come up with. There you go, man. Steve said he's having lots of trouble logging in. When I go to subscription, your name is in red. Wow, that's weird, dude. YouTube might be tripping tonight. Michael says Scooby-Doo has done it all. It's true. I watched Scooby-Doo all the time when I was a kid, like constantly, man. I love some Scooby-Doo back in the day. Steve says no double dots to like, huh? You on mobile, Steve? Are you on like your phone or on something else? I'm trying to figure that out for you, man. Donald says you played Detroit Rock. I did not yet. If you like to hear it, I'd play it. I'm trying to get a perfect cut of it. Anti wanted a cut of it, and I keep messing it up somewhere. So yeah, we might try that just to see if I can do it. DOA says as long as it don't sound like the group that song called Smile Again because they ripped off Korn. I don't even like Korn. Oh man, I'm not sure I heard that one, man. All right, Steve said he'd be right back. Yeah, YouTube acts funny sometimes. John like us wheeling that wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Don't know if I'll be tomorrow. Yeah, that's a great one. Thank you, Lisa. HD said, I once heard there is even an anime where Scooby, oh my gosh. I would not want to see that. I'm not watching that. Okay, Steve said yes, mobile. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, if you go, like, I'll slam it on my phone here. If I go to my phone, let me see. Oh, you know what? Wonder how it looks on yours then. Let me see what it looks like on mine. Let me go to my website. All right, live. I click on my live. Yeah, if you're on mobile, oh yeah, see it's loading up all funny. So yeah, what you gotta do, Steve, close the chat, like hit X on the chat, and then just click the thumbs up or whatever from there. That'd probably be the easiest way. Yeah, a little different on mobile. But yeah, you probably have to close the chat real quick, then you can hit the like button, and then just click on the chat again. Chuck says everything I listen to wheels in while driving. I crashed the car. Oh man, you gotta watch out, man. Chuck says he's on mobile and TV. Hey, I don't know how you do it on TV. Yeah, on TV you can just press up with your remote, and then the play stuff will come on. There's like usually something you click on. I'm not sure. It's been a while. I can check it on TV too, probably. Let me see if I go to YouTube. Like I have a TV. Well, I'm on PC actually, so that probably won't work. I don't know. But hopefully you can do it on mobile, man. All right, what do I got next here? All right, we did that one. What time is it? 10 o'clock. All right, let's see. Donald's bro wanted to hear some Yngwie, so we'll do a quick Yngwie. We'll do my classic Yngwie song right quick. We'll do the I'll See the Light Tonight Soul because I know that's the best. So check that out. Hopefully, hey Donald, hopefully your bro knows I'll See the Light Tonight. That's Yngwie for Donald's brother. There you go. And then I guess let's try. We got one. We'll do one more. One more try at this Detroit Rock City. Dang it. See if I can get it right. Let's see. VOA. So do you need to make the song called Scooby Snacks? Nah, I would probably never, man. Chuck says I can text from the TV, but picture, of course, baby. That's true. This is the night you want to be on a TV, for sure. Now she kids feeling that. Chuck says, do you know any Rush? I barely do, bro. Maybe this one is... I never got into Rush like that. Reference to, I like the classical stuff. That's true. Me too, brother. Me too. And John says, his brother says, thank you so much. You're welcome. Juju's feeling that. Laurel says, I keep painting and then messing up my paint job. No. Kenneth Young, what's up, buddy? Good to see you all the way from the great Pacific Northwest. Good to see you, bro. All right, let's see if we can pull this off. We'll try and pull this Kiss off tonight. Let me try this. It's this transition going to this way. See if I can remember this transition. Such a pain. All right, let's go. What messed that transition up? I don't know what it is. I could never play for Kiss because I can't get that transition right. I probably could, but I would practice this a lot more, to be honest. But I can't remember get that transition. I don't know why. Very strange. It's very easy too. You know, it's like. Throws me off. Sorry, Anti. We'll try again. We'll keep trying. All right, let's see what we got here. I think we're not ready for the song of the week, and then a quick breakdown of Until the Bitter End. Donald said, I think Rick even plays the song better than real. Oh, thank you, buddy. Minus the one transitional mistake. It feels pretty good. It's a fun song to play. I played it a lot when I was a kid, and I heard the song a million times on top of it. Chuck says, I grew up on classic rock and metal. When I moved to South Carolina, my stepdaughter got me a country. Now I'm mixed up mess. Listen to all of it. Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. Kay says, how do you tune your guitar? It's always different. I'm like, yeah. It's nothing crazy. It's just everything's a whole step down, Kenneth. So it's considered standard D. And the reason I did it was, you know, I learned playing guitar on standard E, you know, A440 standard E. And then I started writing songs, and my songs started to sound like other people's songs. And I thought, okay, I'll be like Yngwie, and I'll tune down a half step. And I started doing that. And then my song started sounding like Yngwie. I was like, hey, shoot. So then I was like, let me try one more step down. And then I went to standard D, everything down a whole step. My song sounded like me. It didn't sound like nobody else. I was like, okay, I'm good. And it's been that way ever since. Lisa, thank you so much. Don says, when you play a cover to a song, you have to make it your own style. You know what I'm saying? Your own version. True that, yeah. I stay close to the original. But yeah, I'll throw some of my own goodies in there. There you go, Nasha Cat. Judy says, nice Emotionless and White Shirt. Thank you very much. Thank you for noticing. It's one of my favorite bands from the last decade. Guaranteed. Mike said, I moved back to Michigan from Carolina, but live in Arkansas now. He loved the South. There you go, buddy. Yeah, I've lived down here in Florida since '93. I would like to move to a place that it has stable weather. You know, no hurricanes, no nothing. Just, you know, rain here and there. It's fine. John says the guitars on the earliest Nitro album. So yeah, Michelangelo, man, that's what's up. You're welcome, Kenneth. Absolutely, buddy. Judy said, I'm sorry, Laura said, will you be able to break down how you come across playing over G? I could try. Yeah, when I grab the acoustic, I just play it again, honestly. But now we're ready for the song of the week. Interesting. It's totally. So if you remember last week's song of the week, obviously, No Excuse, I Quit. This is the polar opposite of that. It's quite polar opposite. So we watch Guitar Guy ATX here on YouTube. He's a friend of the community. Most everyone that comes around here knows about Dave, aka Guitar Guy ATX. He's a great guy, an awesome blues player. Like, it's just so chill to listen to. He's a very soft-spoken, chill person too. He's very comforting to listen to. It's like comfort food, you know, when you listen to Dave's streams. And last week it was his birthday. I can't remember what night, Wednesday or something like that maybe. And he had a box of cupcakes, and they look good. They're like cupcakes with probably some strawberry icing or something on it, some red icing. And I was like, man, I could go for a cupcake right now, but I don't have cupcakes here. I don't have any cupcakes, and I wanted a cupcake. I wanted to celebrate with Dave with the cupcake, but I didn't have it. So I told Dave, I said, man, I'm gonna write a song called Cupcake Blues. And there it started. And then I came up with one little piece of it and been writing it, finished it up today. So if you're ready, here comes the Cupcake Blues. I hope it's as delicious as a yummy cupcake for you. But let's go with that. All right, let's see. And I gotta remember now. So totally, it's pretty different. It's in the key of D major. So it's D major blues. And of course I have my key change, of course I have. So get ready for that. So let's see if I can figure out what to play over it. That ain't it. How is it? Is it that fast? Wait, you know what? Where did I put it? I thought I'd... Hold on a second. That ain't the song. You know what I did? I screwed something up. I gotta put a track in here real quick. Give me 1 second. I was messing with something and something got screwy, and I guess didn't save the file, so I lost what I did. Okay, well let me get that set up. My bad. I forgot all about that. Luckily I can find it somewhat quickly here. Cause that ain't as fast. That's last week's song. That's too fast. That's too fast right there. What the? Okay, I'm tripping, man. I am tripping hard right now. Import file. Okay, here we go. All right, 10. It's called. I have it written down. It's 10:25:25, of course, but it's called Cupcake Blues. It has a title. I promise. Okay, I think we're ready now. All right, without further ado, the Cupcake Blues. cupcake blues right there. Because everyone can have the cupcake blues once in a while. Man, I'll tell you what. There you have it, though. Cool song. And thanks to Dave. He's probably streaming himself right now, but inspired by Dave and his cupcakes last week, man, for sure. John says, most stable weather, San Diego, California. Well, the only problem with there is it's not a question of if, but when that the fault breaks apart and California goes into the Pacific. I'm not sure about that one, but I feel you, though. Yeah, I know some people down in Cerritos, California, and they say it's pretty nice over there. Besides the earthquakes, of course. No problem, Laura. And Laura said, what a sweet song. Thank you. Now she gets feeling it. Chuck said, my girl Peggy wants to know if you Living Dead Girl by Braza. I've heard it maybe. I never heard the riff. I never played the riff. No. John says, too much pizza in the diet. I mean, not today. No pizza today. I want cupcakes, dang it. Juji had the cupcakes ready. Laura said, Pizza Man won't play. That's right. Pizza Man is Wednesday nights. That's Pizza Man on Wednesday nights now. Laura said, was Laura's feeling that? Thank you. Now she kept. Laura said, I can hear the need of a cupcake. It's your birthday, but I don't get a cupcake. That's right. No, she kept. It has strings. Yeah. I had to. I could not just not have something classical in that, of course. So yeah, there's actually strings and brass, actually. Judy said the not enough cupcake blues. That's true. Kenneth's feeling it. Thank you, brother. Thanks, Nashi Cat. Lisa, thank you so much, Lisa. Laurel said, no, I want a cupcake too. I know. I need to get some. We used to get, Stardust would get them with our groceries, but we haven't got them in a while. We've been getting some other stuff. There you go, John. He had them cupcake blues too, man. Aiden, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. How you doing tonight? How's Brody looking there tonight? Hopefully got a crowd, I'm hoping. We should be there soon. Another 30 minutes, we'll be over at Brody's for sure. Donald James said, damn, I just got home and I was just, the stream finally, I always forget to do it on my phone. Oh, man, no worries. Donald James said, Stardust cooks every night? That's a no. What we do, like Wednesdays and Fridays are the cooking days, that's for sure. Everything else is like microwave or there. We go out on the weekends. Bo in the house. What's up, Bo? Good to see you there. All right, let's see if I can find the Until the Bitter End file here. Let me put a save on this in case something breaks. Let's see, open. Let's see if I can find this. So we're going to break down, or this is a kind of, we're going to do a little lesson here of sorts, and a breakdown of a classic song. Is this it? That ain't it. Until the Bitter End. Okay, here we go. I got 2025 version here. So let me load this up. This probably won't be the greatest breakdown because I don't remember how. I kind of remember how I wrote it, but I'll show. Laurel wants to know how the breakdowns of sections and stuff. So I'm gonna try and figure that out and how I write these songs. So I kind of have an idea if I remember, but yeah, I know the sections for sure. So we're gonna load this up. I'll give you a glimpse of my computer screen here if this thing will load up. Hopefully it does. All right, we'll go back to that and wait on that. Let's see. Donald James, hell yeah, the Cupcake Blues. That's what's up, man. Anti was here. You never know. Laurel said, I need a cupcake too. Need to buy some when I get a chance. That's what's up. Aiden said he's doing great. That's what I love to hear. Aiden, I'm doing well. I'm doing well too. How about that? Donald said he cook every night. That's what's up, man. You can save a lot of money cooking your own, just cooking your own stuff. Well, we're lazy on the weekends, so we go out for sure. It's on the weekends now, but we used to do Uber Eats quite a bit, and that gets costly. Michael says fellowship is over. The time for the two towers. That's what's up, man. Also, thanks for the lesson. I appreciate. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. You're welcome, Nashiket. Let's see if this loaded up already. Okay, I'm missing a file. Base G. Oh, okay. No problem. No, whatever. Okay. All right. So let's see if I can figure this out. All right. So I gotta send this to you guys. How do I do that? Let me see how I can do this. Oh, there it is. Okay, we'll send it to virtual out. Okay, let me see. Let me know if you can hear this. I'm pretty sure you can. Right, can we get a confirmation we can hear that? And if we can, then we know what we're doing. I might need to add a guitar on this. Let me add a guitar in here. Mono track. I'll put my Fortin in here, and I'll try and I'll tune it up so we know, you know what the exact notes are, because my guitar is tuned down so it's a little odd. Okay, can't hear, heard. Okay, good to go. Let's see, we'll get a rhythm. We'll transpose this 2 notes up. Alright, we got that. Let me turn that down because that's probably loud as all heck. Okay, so let's get a screenshot of this here for you. I'll make this a little smaller so you can see me as well. Put that right there. All right, just so you can see what I'm doing still. Okay, so if we go in here, obviously the harpsichord is the... God, man, there's a lot of tracks on this. I'm not sure what this is. I thought I had a bass. Oh, yeah, I do have a bass, so I don't even know why that's there. So let's see. So obviously I'm going to show you what I do. So this is my DAW. This is called Superior Drummer 3. So this is so I have a drum track here for that. We got a bass track here. I use Moto Bass 2, and I use this 5-string bass here. Whatever, right? And let's see, then we got a harpsichord, of course. Sound paint, man, I'll load that up. This is just what's called sound paint, whatever. Anyway. So the initial riff obviously is the harpsichord. So this is that's the harpsichord part. Laurel will be the theme. This is the theme of the song, and I'll play that over and over, of course. And what I've done here, as you can see, I've got 2 different choirs. So we'll break it down so you can hear the choir parts. Yeah, so let's see. So check that out. So what I'm doing is this is how I'm layering things. So I'm basically layering. The first choir is the main ostinato phrase with a low voice and then a higher voice, and then on the second track I am harmonizing that. We got that, and I don't think I have any other parts under that. The bass line is just the let's hear the bass line. The bass line is just holding that which is I gotta undo this. A flat. That's basically the intro. Now we switch to the verse essentially. So let's hear that. Violin, cello, brass, woodwind. Now the chords, I'll start, so since I started with the A flat, here's the scale. There's our scale. Those are all the notes that we're going to play with. Now the chord progression, I started the intro with all on. I'm going to continue that. My two verses will start on the same note, which is A flat, G flat. Let's go like this. I'm gonna do a sharp note here. So I'm doing G with a sharp 5. So if we listen to that verse like this, I'll give you the... The verse. Right now we're going to the pre-chorus section. So this is section number 2, and let me tell you how that goes. So we're basically going back to the B chord, F sharp, G sharp. So that's basically the pre-chorus part. So I've switched, I didn't switch keys on this, but I've switched what chord becomes the root of that part. So in this case, we switched to B. So the whole verse was like this. Which, when I'm going out of that first verse, it resolves right onto B. have a completely different sounding pre-chorus there. And then, the transition back into the chorus will go. Alright, I gotta remember how to do that. I don't remember how that goes. This was a weird transition, if I remember correctly. Let me think. Doing two chords with the sharp 5 going into this is where the theory comes into play for me, because if you don't know theory, you're not going to know how to make these transitions. So I'm going, which resolves back into a G sharp. So all together it was like this, like. So as you can see, there's a resolution to the next part. Stop there for a second and read the chat to see and see if we have any questions or whatever. Oh, let's see. All right, real quick, we'll go. So we basically gone through the verses. It's just going to repeat things from here. Well, there we go. Okay, Chuck, thank you, buddy. Nice to he's taking notes. There you go. Lisa says, don't forget to put the shirt up, Rick. Which one? Stardust. Does Stardust know what to do? Because I don't. I might be lost on that. But we will put any shirt up. You know we will. Laura says the theme of the song is the harpsichord. Additionally, 2 choirs later. Yeah, that's how I started it. Just this song. Nashiketa is gold. There you go. Laura says, okay, now I understand how you came up with your solos. Yep. Kristen now says, what's up, bro? Dropping in to hear you some shred. I appreciate it, bro. We're doing a little musical lesson right now, but I will be picking up the acoustic in just a few minutes. We're just going to run through a couple more spots here. Donald James says, somebody practicing this song? They're good tips. I know, man. This is like I'm opening up the hood for y'all on this one. Nashiketa, I always want to know how you compose it. Yes, sir. Rosanna, thank you, Juji. Nashiketa says the pre-chorus progression makes the chorus make sense. True, yeah. So you're basically changing from the whatever the verse was. Your pre-chorus is going to be different. You want to make it different. You don't want to stay on the same note, so you want to modulate to a different note when you're going into a pre-chorus. And then your pre-chorus is going to resolve back into your chorus. So yes, that's how that goes. Now she gets to type it out loud, no problem. Andy, thank you, buddy. Thank you, Mickey, Bo. Now she gets the transitions are epic. Thank you, man. Oh, let's see. Bro said the theme sounds perfect with it too. Thank you, buddy. Now she can't know. That's right. It sounds like a series of resolutions. That's exactly right, my friend. Don said he's clipping and saving this stuff. Absolutely. This will be on replay too, Don, if you're interested to watch it again. Yeah, no worries. Laurel says simplifying mastery makes it so much less intimidating, so much more reachable and attainable. Yeah. My pleasure, my pleasure. Obrigado, Rosanna. Laura said, did you start writing at the beginning of the song? We hear at the mill somewhere. The first thing I ever wrote was that harpsichord, and even I was like, even on guitar, I think I had it on guitar. It was like, something like that. I think I wrote it on harpsichord first, like the exact that riff on harpsichord. That was it. That was the start of the song, and then this is how I started adding, creating the intro section, going into the verse section, going into the pre-chorus section, resolving back into the chorus, and into then repeating everything. So, and if you want to hear the choir. So this is the background of the verse. Now basically just doing root thirds here, and then harmonizing root thirds here, and then root third, fifth roots, or roots to make it sound bigger. Okay, so so if you can see, like I can show you, like this is all doubled stuff here. So basically I'm doing root and thirds in octaves. So there's a higher octave and then a lower octave of these strings right here. This is a different sounding violin. It's the same, it's just basically roots and thirds. Just doing a very softer violin than the other one. And this is as you can see, now I have root third, fifth root, and these are like the brass section, and then this is a woodwind section, mimicking the same thing as that. So just to give it a thicker sound. I did this one a little differently. So it was introduction, 2 verses, and then a pre-chorus into a chorus, and then we're into the solo section here. So let's see how that goes like. So here's the chorus. Alright, so you can hear it. So this is the start of the solo section. So I had to think of something different now. So right here I'm doing counterpoint lines with the harpsichord here. So it's basically this whole section right here. As you can hear, I did the one theme. This is basically the theme of the solo. This whole section here, just. That just repeats. Now it's giving the drums are giving tension. Counterpoint phrase, but I've changed keys here. Then I go back into the original. This is kind of essentially this song
it's not the greatest example of how to write a song. I guess, not, because I write in a whole different manner than someone like Taylor Swift or something like that, for an example. But yeah, so basically we're just doing the introduction, the theme. This is more like how you write a classical piece, scoring a piece of classical music. But again, we just did the introduction. We did our kind of a verse section, our exposition verse twice. We did a kind of a pre-chorus, and then resoluting back into the chorus again. And then it's just basically it's all soloing from then on out. And this would be something like the solo violinist would be playing all over this kind of stuff. So kind of a quick insight on that, but yeah. And again, I just layering stuff. A lot of stuff is just layered. On this particular track, I didn't do anything special. Actually, what I can do is I'll add my other guitar to this, and we'll play through it. How about that? We'll play through it. So we're gonna do a mono track. We're gonna get amplitude. We're gonna get our console. We're gonna click amplitude 5. Slide that here. Wait for that to load. All right, well, we got our classic sound here. And I gotta add one more thing. I use if I haven't shown you before, I use Waves guitar plugin. This is by Chris Lord Alge. This is just a really cool I use it for my delay and my reverb here. On this, you're gonna go up 2.5. And we'll arm that track. So let's give it a try. I'll see if I can make this big here. So you can see the track play while I play on top of it. How about that? But yeah, that's a best I can do for a quick breakdown. There's a lot of information there for sure to break down. But yeah, the new song, the song I wrote today, the blues song, that's a real easy breakdown there because that's like a normal song. Until the bitter end is not a normal song. But Nashi Kit wanted to see what that was all about, so we did that for Nashi Kit. All right, let's see. A lot of comments during that, so we'll try and catch up on these comments real quick. Oh, let's see. Mama Shredder in the house. How you doing, Mama? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. I just saw it. All right. Well, I think I left off right around here. Obrigado, Rosana. DOA knows Amadeus. Bo says 5 more days he can finally change his name. All right. Because there's so many times I want to call you the Mickey again. So I can play that part. It's easier if you know the key changes. I just got to put the whole song. There you go, buddy. That's what I can't wait to hear that, man. Nashi Cat said, SC, a great breakdown. You're welcome, buddy. Chuck says, I don't play anything except my stereo while I'm turning wrenches. It looks like more work than I ever imagined. Yeah, for sure, man. Songs like that are crazy, bro. Laurel says, okay, feeling better. My songwriting process is sort of similar. I feel less intimidated. There you go. I feel much better. So let me ask you, songwriting is trusting the process. Yeah, you got to trust the process. Juji says, straight harpsichord to the system is heavenly. Oh, yeah. Laurel says, the harpsichord is majestic. Yeah, this is a nice one, too. This is, this harpsichord is, I guess the company, I'll show you this. You can't really see too much here, but this program is, this is called Sound Paint. It's made by a company called 8DIO. But this is, apparently they had a Vivaldi harpsichord. Don't know how they got a hold of that, but they put microphones to this thing and then completely recorded this harpsichord. Every single note of this harpsichord they recorded. And it didn't cost me too much, actually. Surprisingly, I got on a deal. But yeah, the harpsichords in this are just... I want this harpsichord in my house. I would sit there and play that all day. A lovely sound. They did really well with that, honestly. Oh yeah, Laurel. This is everything you saw there. All these tracks. These are my tracks. Yeah, this is my original song, Until the Bitter End. Mama said she'll have to head back, but wanted to hear for a little working. Did he do? Yeah, I did, Mama. I'll send you a link to the replay, and I'll put the exact time where it was for you. Bo said, I like how you break it down for sure, so you get to hear everything. Absolutely, buddy. Donald said he can hear that shred part in his head. There you go. Thanks, Bo. Now she gets so using the harpsichord as a counterpoint. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. 100%. It's very Bach-ish. This one's very influenced, mostly more influenced by Bach, if anything, because of the counterpoint that I'm doing a lot of in this song. Thanks, Nashi Kent. Laurel says, "Oh my God, oh gosh, the bass and harpsichord have so much potential for thousands of different songs." It does, yeah. Chuck says, "Rick, you'd make a heck of a music leader." Thank you, music teacher. Thank you, buddy. I wish I had time to do it. I should have finished college. If I would have finished college, I'd have a degree for it, and then I could probably truly do it. But without a degree, some people like to go, "Hey, you ain't got no degree." But we'll see, man. I got some ideas for the future. Thank you, Nashi Kent. Laurel said, "Oh my God, I need to figure out how to write that." So there you go. Donald said, "You're probably my most favorite songwriter right now." Thank you, Donald. I appreciate that. Thank you, Laurel. Laurel said, "I can't get over the harpsichord and choir." Yeah, this stuff. The choirs cost me a lot of money. Sadly, they're very expensive. A lot of this stuff. I'm gonna open up the newest song of the week. So you can, I'm gonna quickly go over that for you because it's so much easier. It's it's an easy song. It's nothing crazy. That was 10:25. All right. And it's because Until the Bitter End's a beast of a song. That's a beast of a song right there. But I'm going to show you this because it's very easy to see what we have going on here. If it would open. Okay, open. All right, so check this out. So essentially, I started the whole track. Actually, I need to click this button here. We're going to change this to virtual. Okay. So essentially, I started with this guitar riff. You know, when I started the song. So here's the guitar riff. It's basically just the standard 1-4-5 blues. Let me see if I can get a sound off this. So yeah, basically. D major and then A major. I'm sorry, G major. When A major, back to G major, back to D. All right. So that's basically, and it was this one whole section, just that basic section there, easily. So here's, if you can see, you can almost see the breakdowns of these sections, like where I start. So like right here is where the next section starts. And all I did was first I added the drums, which is just basically a good old blues shuffle. Then I had the bass. And the bass follows the bass drum. On top of that, we added a Rhodes keyboard, a Rhodes organ, doing 7th chords over the basic chords. And I'm not sure what this is. I think this is this part. And then I just did a classic brass section doing Ostinato. The whole first section. This whole section. And then what we do, so from that, I created the next section, obviously, which is right here, which is our kind of based on our chord. So all that was verse stuff. From there, now if I look at the E major scale, which this was in, I'm going to go ahead and switch to this C sharp minor chord. 5th, which is G, a D major, back to a A major. That's basically the chorus there. I'll just repeat that again. Then I go back into the main verse. verse, chorus, right? Now we're going to get to the solo. So I need to transition into the solo. Which is basically this part. I just do it like a breakdown. Now here's where I change keys. This is how I change keys. So like we're going G major, A major, G major, A major, and then I go. Now I completely switched into E minor. As you can hear, I'm basically going this riff. Actually, we're playing E major. So we started the song in D major, and I transitioned it into E major for this guitar solo. And that was basically that. And then from there, I was able just to easily go back into the B minor chord. So then we just trans back to this chorus part, and then I go back another verse part. The verse part. That's a basic, very easy. So that song's a lot easier to break down. And like I said, I didn't do too much. Like the chorus, like this is just what is this stuff right here? I think this was just woodwinds, woodwinds, and the Rhodes organ and the brass section for the verse. And then for the chorus, I just did the violin stuff. I think I did violin and brass actually, so we listen to that on its own. So swells. Actually, I did the Rhodes as well through this. And I was kind of basically just doing complementary little notes here. And it goes back in that verse, the solo section. What's that all sound like? Basically, I just built on top of each section, but you can see that I just made section like that's section 1, section 2. Just copied and pasted those two sections, made a little breakdown, and created the solo, and then tacked on the verse part again to end the song. And that's that. So hopefully that helps. We probably got a lot of comments for that now. So let me kill my screen here. Anyway, 2 lessons in one night. There you go. All right, let's see what we got. Dio says, if you want a little lower budget to write songs, get yourself a poster with all the chords on it. Yeah, that could help someone that doesn't know. Absolutely. For sure. Brian Shanley, what's up, buddy? Good to see you there. A lot of comments. I'm trying to catch up. Sorry, everybody. Okay. Yeah, there you go, DOA. That pedals are in the computer. Indeed, indeed. Jake says, wow, what a soundboard plays a mean guitar. I know, right? Thanks, Bo. Thank you, Juji. You're welcome, Nashi Ket. There you go, Laura. Chuck says, even though I don't understand what you're showing, I know some can, and I think you're awesome human for trying to teach us. My pleasure, man. You know, if I can spread some knowledge to the world, I'm all about it. I'm all about it, man. Donald James says, until the bitter and keep changing keys on me, but those key changes are so expensive. They are, yeah. It's all, like I said, it's all, as I said earlier, everything that I do in the until the bitter end is resolving to the next section. It's continuously resolving back to the next section. Mickey, Bo, this is that Cabo citrus stuff, man. It's delicious. I like it. Judy said, if I had room and the money for it, I know. Me too. I have no room for it. Laurel said, would you recommend being tech savvy with digital instruments for serious songwriting? Yeah, absolutely. Very, very much so. Most everyone is using digital instruments. There's rarely, a lot of the pop stuff out there is rarely a real instrument being played. And if it is, it's some studio musician, they get in and go, play this. But yeah, I think if you're going to rewriting your own songs, you want to have as many tools in your toolbox there to be inspired by those sounds. A lot of the stuff that I get inspired by is just by playing with the sounds. You know, I get a new choir patch or whatever, and I start hearing these things, and it inspires me to make some stuff. Donald James says, just a blues scale. Yeah. So you can play the E minor, or I'm sorry, the E major blues. Or you could do, I'm sorry, D major, or you could do B minor. It's basically the same thing. It really just depends what note you're starting on. DOA said, I got 4 over my high school degrees in ones. There you go, man. He said, go with my commercial, last one's commercial art. Very nice. Now she said that brass makes it classy, indeed. Michael says, damn, I almost got a 70s vibe from that beat. True? Now she knows Rick can't resist the key change. This is true. Donald says, D minor to E major. That sounds hella dope. Yeah, that's a cool one, man. Laurel says, song is pretty sad but funny. Yeah, it's got everything in it, you know. Thanks, Nashiket. Thank you, Michael. You're welcome again, Nashiket. My pleasure, buddy. Donald says, I feel I got to give back to Rick. So, no problem, man. My pleasure, my pleasure. I'm glad if I can show someone something, then all about There you have that. What time is it? It's 11:13. Well, says, don't have any money to give back currently. I'll give to Rick back. No problem. Like I said, it's fine. I don't worry about the money, honestly. I worry about you all hanging out with me and learning something if you can. You know, if I can show you something and you can learn something, then that's payment enough for me, honestly. I will never worry about that stuff. Money comes and money goes. Well, I appreciate you. The thought is always the thought is always what counts, for sure. All right, I don't know if I have. I guess I can swing one quick acoustic jam. How about that? I'm still trying to get this other acoustic. I'm close. I got maybe another $60 to go, maybe 60 to $100, and I'll be able to get it. I think y'all gonna like it when I get it. nice Ovation steel string. We'll do some Al Di Meola style jams with that thing. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we can get the funds by the end of the month from next week. See what kind of super chats we get next week. I think I have six more days, and then the YouTube basically cuts you off at the last day of the month for any more super chats. So we're getting close. Getting close. Let's see. What is this? Is this here? Song in here. Yeah, let's see. We'll play those Juji song from last week. Let me see if I can remember what we're doing here.
turn that back on. Yeah, so Ellie breaking that down. I mean, this is where music theory really comes into play with a guitar. To be honest, because I have to listen to I don't know the chord. I totally know the chords to that. But they're, I don't want to say I don't say they're basic, but they're predictable. Let's say that, predictable. Mostly, like there's a lot of themes that have been done before, and again, I don't want to say predictable in that like it's a bad thing. For me, it's a good thing because I know where to go. But yeah, we're basically dealing with. It's F sharp minor. That's basically the scale we're playing in for that, and a lot of it was. I'm sorry, this is. What key is this? Where's F sharp minor? So the chords I heard were like this, like. F sharp minor. This is called that's called an Andalusian progression. Fifth, sorry. Root 7 6 5. The Andalusian cadence, what's called, and then I heard it go into a. It went to a different. Didn't change keys, but I went to a different part of the scale. I can't remember what it was. It was like a. But it was basically two main chord progression themes there in that one. Let me turn that off. But yeah, but it's not too bad. I mean, again, I was just once I knew the scale, once I knew the key, then I could, just go from there. And then once I hear the chord about to change or getting close to it, I would predict in my head where the chord is going to go to based on the music. So that's really it, honestly. Don says, even the Bible says, seek first the truth, then all those other things will be added to you. I understand what that means. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. 100%, man. There you go, Chuck. Laurel says, you're a dude who reads the Bible. That's all good. Indeed, Chuck. I'm sorry, Donald. Donald knows his stuff. Laura says, wow, my first thinking was to mirror the song in a richer tone than harmonize. There you go. Judy says, stellar to get to hear Rick's playing on this. Yeah, that's a great one there, too. That was a great one. You said you were not feeling good this week, so yeah, I figured you didn't have time to try and mess with that other piano-ish one. But it's all good. Maybe next week we'll do it. Reference said, beautiful string melody makes me nostalgic for a simpler time. Indeed, my friend. Thank you, Nashiket. Thank you, Michael. Laura said, I've been by listening to Juji's song tens of times, I understand exactly how the song complements it. Yeah, there you go. Chuck, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. There you go, Laurel. Don said that was great. If you can find the right vibe in that song, that'll sound very good. That one is kind of hard, yeah, because it's really just, for me, it's just the tempo. I don't have a click. There's nothing to go by, so I kind of have to listen to
the strings and how they're flowing and understand, kind of almost find the click track in my head to keep it going there. So, but yeah, like I said, once I know what key it's in, then I can start working on the tempo, and then I can start predicting the chord changes. Laurel says, wait, missed one that. Mike said, the playing on that guitar sounds Renaissance, almost fantasy world. Yeah, the music makes it that way. Thank you, Juji. She said magical. That's what I'm talking about. It's a great sound there. Laurel said, possibly you need to understand the vibe of the song. I mean, last week when I did it, Laurel, I'd never heard it ever. Juji sent it to me like on maybe a Wednesday. I didn't even listen to it until Saturday night. Like, I mean, I listened to a couple seconds of it, like, okay, cool. And then I put it in my thing, and then when we played it, that's the first time I ever truly heard the song. So, but that's me, that's how I know how to improvise, it doesn't take me very long to understand what's happening. And that's just from years and years and years of experience and knowledge, music knowledge. Laurel said, it sounds to me like a song played in the village in the 1600s with a beautiful red. I know, right? That's some serious Skyrim jams right there. Nashi Cat says, how to land on a target key by using the correct chord progression was a great lesson. There you go, buddy. Good. Oh, Juji said, oh no. Did you? A new song? Oh, I didn't even look at my emails today. Well, darn it, there you go. All right, well, dang it, man. All right, so this is true. Juji said she sent the song. I have not looked at my email since like this morning. And she did send it. It's called On the River Styx. I'm seeing it right now. All right, so there you go. All right, we're going to do one more, and this will show you. I never heard the song once, and we're going to play it right now. Dang it, Juji. How did I not see that? But again, I did not look at my email at all today. I looked at it one time when I woke up, and I didn't look at it since. Stardust says I look at my email too much, so I try not to look at it as much. Usually it says junk, mostly it's junk. All right, On the River Styx. Here we go. Loading it up right now. I will show you. I'll show you right now. I'm loading this thing up right now. On the River Styx. Never heard it. Didn't even know it was there today. And it's still loading. Basically, it's converting the MP3 to a WAV file here, which is no big deal. All right, there it is. We'll make sure there's no time stretch. So I'm going to listen to like 5 seconds of it. This is interesting. I might not be able to do there's a lot of, this is a very interesting, this is probably one of the craziest things I've heard you do, Juji, because it's changing keys constantly, like constantly. I'll give it a try. Don't expect much, because it's got a lot going on. Like probably more than I can chew right now. Teaching, right? pretty crazy. That's actually very crazy. Because it started to section off at the end with the standard key. But man, the whole first part was like it was a constant modulating back and forth key change. Crazy. I have to play that with that a little more next time. But yeah, that was a crazy one. That was very crazy, Juji. Very nice. That's insane. Ref said, "Wow, that is amazing. Her music is just math, and you understand." Thank you, buddy. Don said, "He heard it a few times. It's kind of mesmerizing." Yeah, that's wild. It's very wild. That's quite impressive, honestly. Very impressive, that one. There you go, Laura. Reference knew he heard that tune too. Now she gets that. He's excited. That was very interesting. Like I said, it leveled off like about halfway, and then it was kind of kept in a static key. But that whole first section was very modulating, very crazy. Laurel said, "Oh my God, sings to my soul." That's a cool one. DOA says, "I go between a G and a 233 times before I go back and eat." There you go, man. There you go, Juji. Michael said, "That sounds like the Godfather soundtrack." Then there you go. Now she kept in the dramatic western. There you go. Laurel said, "More like an aching for all." Yeah, that was pretty wild. You could definitely hear it. Don says, "You figured it out fast enough." Man, that was hard, man. That was hard. There you go, Mike. He said, "Don Ciccio Magnifique." There you go. I will work on that one because that's actually very cool. I wanted to get some better ideas, but yeah, it was essentially modulating from like it was going from like F sharp to A minor. It's very interesting. Very crazy. Reference, I see a renewal. Picture sunrise, golden wheat fields, family sharing the toil of the world. There you go. DOA says, "I'm listening to the soundtrack of the cartoon version of Lord." That's an old classic right there. Let's see. Juji said she really enjoyed it. I appreciate that. Yeah, I probably should have listened to that one. That was very hard to predict anything in that one. That was quite difficult. Like I said, the first half was just modulating back and forth these keys. Don said, "It's one of the most captivating tracks I've heard in a long time." Yeah, that was very good. That was very good. Juji said, I had chills with Juji's track. Yeah, that was a good one. Really, really good. Don said, "It's like an F minor to E minor. It keeps changing." Yeah, it kept going. It was hard to predict what the next chord was going to be. But yeah, it was like an F minor, and then it did like a kind of did a minor as well. Well, actually, I'm sorry. It's E, you're right, Donald. E, and then G. It'd be E. And then it was G minor. Might have been G major, actually. Very strange. Very different. Something I would not have thought. So that's actually kind of scary. Poison Dagger, what's up, dog? Good to see you, man. All right, man. Shoot. Yeah, but it was like this. I could hear it, you know. And then it was like. Like D minor or C harmonic minor. There was like 3 keys going on that. And then there's 3 keys modulating back and forth with each other, and it worked very well. So yeah. So that's cool. That's a good one, Juji. Good job. Great job on that one. Very, very good. Judy said, "You're so good. I felt you, man." It was there's a bead of sweat, a couple parts there, but once it kind of tapered back off into like a standard, just one key, that was no problem. But that first part though, we could probably figure something out for that. I'll work on that one. Lisa said, "Sorry, back since the weather cooled off, the dogs wanted out again." Hey, I feel that. It's nice out there. Dogs love it when it's nice outside. All right, well, that's enough for me, y'all. I am hungry, and we went a little longer than expected, but that's all good. Is Brody still playing? Let me see, because we got to go see Brody. He probably working. He probably running late tonight. He ain't got to go to school tomorrow. I see Brody still alive, so I'll set it up. We'll save Brody, redirect. Got a few people. So if you're gonna stay up a little bit, let's go check out Brody. If you haven't seen his new visual scene, it's very nice. We are working diligently to get his sound like how I have my sound, and we're almost there. But we're waiting on one more piece of equipment, and then Brody's gonna have a whopping good sound real soon here. So anyway, but yeah, we're gonna head off to Brody's now. So thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. Lovely Saturday as always. I appreciate each and every one of you hanging with us tonight. We only had one troll, and it's been a while since we had one of those. So. And he was a quick band. So, but anyway, but yeah, you know the drill, everybody. Have a great rest of your night. Great rest of your night, wherever you're at, or day, wherever you're at. Wesley, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. Stay safe out there, everybody. Be good to each other and take care of each other, because that's all we got. You're welcome, Nashi Kid. Have a great night. You're welcome, Donald. Thank you, buddy. You're welcome, Reference Frame. Absolutely. Lisa, thank you tonight. Appreciate you. Chuck, have a great night, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, Juji. We're sending hugs back, as always. Virtual hugs. We'll see you tomorrow night at 9 for the Vertical Jam session. We're on our way to 69,000. Hopefully we hit the 69,000 tomorrow. We'll give it our best college try. See what we can get. But thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Y'all have a great rest of your night and weekend. And take it easy, everybody. Have a great one.